Hi everyone, let's talk about Russian railroads, German railroads, which I just did a full solo playthrough for, and you can see my playthrough for the base game as well, also solo. Linked in the description of my thoughts there. I'll try not to repeat myself too much, but that wasn't today. I don't quite remember all the things that I covered. Maybe I've said all of this already. Anyway, so just German railroads. It added so much. It added the solo in the first place that I used in the original playthrough. I'd say that the main module of the player boards and all of the extra engineers and stuff is my favourite. As much as I love the coal part, I absolutely love things that I'm not going to be able to lift up without spreading everywhere. But the fact that the player boards are littered with all of these gaps, we're still playing the same core game that we loved from Russian Railroads, but now we get to decide how our player boards are going to be, and it can be a race towards those things as well, especially if you are playing, a 4-player game where at least a couple of the people have gone really heavy into industry. It's a way of getting 3 industry marks. It's a way of getting loads of extra movement and just chances to get more and more factories and things from the same combinations of, do you just need to get your black track there? Are you already working on your track loads and so you can just cruise off those bonuses, more chances to get your question marks and things, and just a different experience every time. They can go very differently in the base Russian railroads, but the fact that your player board is what you make it can lead to even more different games. And just Russian railroads itself, you have to watch both first impressions, I guess. It's still just a beautiful, one of my favourite worker placement games, one of my favourite games. It's just fantastic. The stars all aligned and made such a beautiful experience that is, just with those same worker placement spots and just the different engineers, it was a very variable game just to begin with that. But then when you add all of this on top of it, this is, I mentioned in the playthrough, my favourite way to play Russian Railroads so far. Is with German railroads, with or without coal. I do like that it's that extra thing. It does seem in the 2-player game, it's a hard thing to get. It makes the game shorter, which makes sense because you can do these extra actions in the same turn with coal. It does open your options up and gives you, an extra question mark bonus where you can go and get some extra coal, but also get a factory that can really reward you with tons of track movement if you have got the coal to spend on it. I guess it depends when if the B engineer is in the game that gives you a load of coal and when he comes out, and you can use your question mark marker to get a load of it. It doesn't seem like you get a lot of opportunity to do it, and I really like the ramp up of Russian railroads from the meager, possibly single-digit score that you are getting at the end of round 1 to the potentially hundreds at the end of round 6. And so by the game being made a round shorter by the coal expansion, as much as I love what it adds to it, I want that extra round. Or maybe more accurately say, I haven't worked out how to properly leverage the coal to make up for that loss of a round. I want to get to that 6th and get the big bucks pouring in. But I do like as well as having all of these foundries that you can use for their extra abilities. You can use coal to get them as well, but as soon as you have activated them for this bonus that you have had, as well as your action on the same turn, you can then turn them over to be a boilerman and increase your trains or your factories, which could be massive if you are really going for industries, because it can double up a load of factories. It's not very good for increasing the score of factories because it just adds 1 to the score, but it can double what they're doing if they're getting you, a doubler, or they're getting you extra trains and things. But sometimes it can just be that you are one off the particular bonus that your trains don't quite reach it, and the boilerman can often be just that vital piece that connects up and starts a beautiful chain of bonuses going. So I love that as well, but it's the modular boards that is the thing that I really love about German railroads. And maybe we'll get to this come about, I mentioned in the playthrough, by me putting up a solo playthrough of it again. Here is a load of games that can be played solo. What would you like to see the most? My patrons voted for Russian Railroads, as they have before, and but German Railroads this time. Maybe there'll be another vote in the future, and we'll cover American Railroads again. And in case I did say this in the playthrough, right? That all of the Russian railroads have been scarce since, well, for years now, I think, and never really got that wide a release. one of those jammy people that was in Essen to pick up the American Railroads expansion the year that came out. But yeah, it's all been out of print and hard to get, but there is some big fancy box Ultimate Railroads coming out at some point this year, I believe, that is going to have all of the original content again, as well as a whole new expansion. I don't know more beyond that, really, but yeah, super excited to see what is coming from that. And so maybe we'll get another vote and see American Railroads. Maybe when Ultimate Railroads comes out, I can get my hands on that and show off the brand new expansion and whatever is new in this fancy new box. But most importantly, it's a way of getting hold of it as well. It's always a shame to do a playthrough all excited about a game and then see that, oh wait, you haven't been able to get this game for years. Oh, sorry about that. But yeah, it's going to be available. Anyway, love Russian Railroads, love German Railroads even more. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you for the next game. Bye everyone.